We are back with another bathroom break, and this is a very special episode because Jay turned the big 5-0 on Friday. So everybody, again, flood his DMs, flood LinkedIn, flood his Instagram, say happy birthday, big 5-0. But in honor of the big 5-0, I got Mad Libs, 50 years of Mad Libs. I didn't even know Mad Libs was as old as Jay, but that's cool to know.
Wait,
And we're
first
gonna
of all, I
we
appreciate the effort that
pre-did this.
you went online and you ordered a Mad Libs book, the 50th anniversary, because I'm 50 years old, because I'm an old loser. Very nice of you. I mean, I appreciate that.
And we're gonna read one because I found one that says advertisement, and I asked Jay to fill out these. He's not really good at this. He puts like lame words, but the Mad Libs is advertisement, so we're gonna read it. I didn't even
So,
read it yet.
so let me just frame what happened. Before we got on, Daniel goes, I got this Mad Libs book for your 50th birthday. I'm like, wow, you went all out. And he goes, I'm not going to tell you anything. Just answer noun, plural, noun, verb, whatever. So I gave him all these words. And I'm an idiot, so I can only imagine what's about to come out here. But we're all going to hear. This is a very special moment for the episode. I'm very excited to hear what it is that the Mad Libs turned out here.
Okay, this is advertisement that Jay wrote. Look at yourself in the cow. What does your smelly face tell you? Right? It's time to treat your toe to an ocean napping cruise. So do it. Sail in style on a hairy luxury tomato. Whether it's the annoying spacious of our staterooms or the tall elegance of our salons, everything is fit for a stop sign. Our ships are skippered by Norwegian ears, whose ancestors dating back to the 9th doorknob were seafaring cheeses. Europe's most foggy chefs prepare your culinary tic tacs. Our pastry ships create slimy desserts that melt in your water bottle. Our dashing waiters are at your tissue before you raise your colon. Don't delay. Plan to sail today. Now look in the mirror, and how about that smiley podcast? You could guess what words Jay did. You did the Tic Tacs. You get the best words for this, but that was such a good advertisement. Would you be sold to go on this?
First of all, how did Mad Libs last 50 years? And that is their business model. Like, I mean, that is unbelievable. No podcast has ever done that before. We just broke the internet. That was one of the worst things I've ever heard. But let me ask you a question about that, because that was an ad, I guess, for a cruise. I've never been on a cruise. Have you been on a cruise?
No, and I never plan to go on the cruise. I'm scared of being stuck out in sea. And remember that like poop cruise?
Yeah.
Once I saw that, I'm like, I'm out. I'm never. That's
Oh,
never
dude,
happened.
everybody out there needs to go and watch. It's a Netflix documentary called Poop Cruise. And it was phenomenal because basically all these people were stuck on the boat. The boat was broken and the toilets were all broken and they were stuck at sea. And everybody was like going to the toilet in garbage bags. It's the best documentary of all. It is legit the best documentary of all time. If you do nothing else, go home and watch that. That's going to be the most useful thing you get out of this episode. And listen, I'm 50, so I have a lot of experience. I've seen a lot of bad TV. I'm telling you, this is good. Daniel, we can do anything useful.
You've also seen a lot of email marketing, so we're going to talk about email marketing.
Yeah,
actually, you were back in the direct mail days. You didn't even see email.
I did. Direct mail is my OG jam. I still do direct mail. I love direct mail. But let's talk about some quick win email marketing tips, so everyone gets something useful out of this nonsense of an episode. So you want to go first, or should I?
You go first.
All right. So let me give you a few things that are working really, really well right now that I'm surprised that are working. So in the world of email newsletters, it used to be in the subject line that for the last few years, you did not want to put the addition in your subject line. So the subject line, people used to put like in brackets, like the name of my newsletter is Scoop. And it would say Scoop number 47, and they put that in brackets, and then they say whatever the subject line was. But people got away from that because it was actually depressing performance. So we've been testing this a ton, and I don't know why. Maybe it stands out. But now starting your subject line for your email newsletters with the actual addition number, like in my case, scoop number 42, whatever, and then closing the brackets and then doing your subject line is actually lifting our open rates significantly. And it's just one of those things that goes to show you that a tactic that you think, okay, nobody should ever do that again, it's a bad idea, you constantly need to be retesting them, because there are little things like that that I thought were dead that just come back to life.
I also think that like when someone says it's an anti-best practice, then you could start doing it again because then
Yeah.
it's goes the opposite way. So when you say like
Yeah.
don't do this, then people start doing it again. Um, some things that I'm seeing is I think now in the age of AI, and you do this really well, and I think a lot of people do this really well, but I think when you add some sort of question or that's very easy in your newsletter that's personal, like nothing to do with like your business, but something like what TV show did you watch this week,
Yeah.
or give me a tip to help me with back pain, or blah blah blah. It helps lift reply rates. It makes your newsletter feel personable. It teaches people to reply. It gets deliverability up, and a lot of people just don't add that personal note in there, and it will make your newsletter, and you can pre-do this, but it can make your newsletter feel way more personable than a newsletter that has nothing, or even a regular email, an outreach email, or an ad email, whatever you want. Just add something personal in that email.
Yeah, and I would double down on that and just say this: whatever platform you're using, I don't care if you're a big marketer, small marketer, B2B, B2C, nonprofit, whatever. One of the things that you should be asking your platform, your email sending platform, or your CRM platform for that matter, is, are you able to handle people replying to our mass emails? We send out our newsletter, send out our promotional emails. Can we actually get those replies? Can we reply to those replies? That functionality is not in every ESP, but more and more that is what is driving engagement. So you should be leaning into your platforms and asking that. So something else that we're seeing in the pre-header, the pre-header is that second subject line where it's the gray thing right under the main subject line. A lot of people are making the mistake. They think because after Apple did their most recent update to our iPhones, the pre-header got a little jacked up on, for some people using the Mail app on Apple. So people think the pre-header is not important, and they think that in Gmail something's happening, it's not important. It's not true. The pre-header is still having a massive impact on the percentage of people opening up emails. And what we have found is that there's three magic words in pre-headers to use. So you write your subject line, and then if your pre-header starts with one of these three words, and, but, or plus, the words and, but, or plus, they're continuation words, and it actually lifts your open rate significantly, because what you're trying to do is get the person to read the subject line and then continue on. You say, this is our hot new deal, and then their pre-header says, and blah, 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 or but blah, 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 or plus blah, blah, blah. It will lift your open rates by another 10%. So thinking about the words that you're starting your pre-header with are really important.
I was always told that like subject line's first line of your email, pre-header is like the second line of your email, so it always should continue it, and then it should lead into whatever is in your text, because if someone opens it, then they're going to start reading, because if it's you put something that's so unrelated in your like intro and stuff like that, people are going to tune out, or it's something not close to the front that you're talking about. Like if you say like 5 tips, and those 5 tips are in the bottom of the email, someone like, you just spammed me, you didn't say the right thing. So
Yeah. With the way you think about any marketing, but especially email marketing, it's like a chain, right? And anywhere any link in the chain that's broken, you lose the person. And it's every link in the chain has to be connected. So you have the from name that has to be compelling. Then the subject line, okay, great, they like that. They continue with the pre-header. Then they continue with the headline. Then the body copy. But if any part of that along the way is bad, the chain breaks and you lose the person. And so you really want to get the most important thing, keep going up top. Because that's how it works. So let me ask you a question, Daniel, before we wrap up here. So Ari, Daniel's wife's birthday, is now in the rear view. They do the birth month or whatever.
mhm.
It's your are you? I forgot when is your birthday? Like, what's the next big event in your home? Is your son's birthday the next big event?
Yeah, son's birthday is the next big
Oh, that's gonna
event.
be huge.
one year
That's
old
huge.
one year
That's
old
gonna,
but that's in a couple months. I get a little break for a little bit.
will you have a 1-year-old birthday party?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
I'm anti 1-year-old birthday parties. I know that's mean, but it's like it's always for the parents, not for
Of
anybody
course.
else. We're
Wow.
gonna probably like take him on like a trip somewhere. Like I want to create the condition because he's a summer baby, so like he's not gonna be able to get birthday parties with like his friends in school. So I want to do something fun in summer.
I feel like you're projecting. Did you have birthday parties and nobody came because you had no friends in school? Is that really
Yep,
what
you
happened?
got me. I was bullied so hard, so you just released a bunch of childhood trauma on this podcast.
Wait. Daniel's really a really tall dude, and he was like a lineman. He played college football, D1. Did you bully people? I feel like you took their lunch because you were probably hungry.
You know what I used to do? I was actually thinking about this. I used to like eat my lunch before lunch, and I used to be so sad that I had like no more lunch, and it was just like the saddest moment because I was like so hungry as a kid. It's just so bad. I was thinking about that the other day that I used to pre-eat my lunch, and my mom used to do this terrible thing. So parents, please don't do this. She used to put like a banana in my lunch, and my whole lunch
Yeah.
tasted like banana the whole day. And it was like the worst thing in the world where you buy into a sandwich and it's just banana tasting sandwich.
Wow.
It's not
Wow, we're unlocking so many childhood moments for Daniel
yeah,
right now. He's gonna like
I
go and
know,
have to like go
right?
find a therapist.
Exactly. So,
Well, we've said
this
it
was a
all
great
today.
episode. Also, happy birthday to Jay. Everybody flood his comments. He's in the
Thanks.
next half century,
Let's go.
which is good. He's living life. You know, he's just living
Here I
life.
am. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, dude. Everybody later.